días, México. Esto es Nuevecito, el programa de las 9 que huele a pan tostado.
Llama las decisiones desde temprano.
Comienza el nuevo día con buenas rolas.
Y con esa vocecita interna que te dice, ¿neta te vas a poner eso?
Lo único peor que despertarse tarde es despertarse sin Nuevecito. Con María Letona, por Reactor 105. Bienvenidos.
¡Yay! Se han materializado. AFI en cabina. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Thank you.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yes, it's funny because today I chose the theme short stuff, and we're gonna. It's just by luck, by chance, we're gonna have a short interview, but It's better than nothing,
Sure,
right?
Of course.
Thank you so much for coming. I know you're busy.
Hey, we're happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you're happy to be here, I guess, in Mexico again. There was a long period of time you weren't coming, 2014, and then you made us wait quite a bit, right?
Yeah, we apologize.
But then we played 3 shows in 1 year, so we're
Yes.
trying to make up for it.
You made up. You made up for it.
We're trying.
Yes, but we still have I know we're trying. No, that's what we were talking about.
We would love to come down and headline, do an AFI headlining show in Mexico City. We've done it before, and you always treated us really well, and we love it down here. It's one of our favorite places to play, so we have to come back.
Yeah, Mexican people are really passionate about music.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Niche music. I know you're
Exactly.
not. I know you're really popular everywhere.
No, we're niche,
Yes.
But I think there's a general passion for rock, for aggressive music
And
here.
dark rock, dark music. Mexican people have always loved the kind of stuff that we love. So
We're
that's-
dark people, man. We're dark, but
So are
luminous.
we.
Yeah. It's a kind of a good, juxtaposition, two different sides of us.
Absolutely.
But do you feel? I mean, I know it went well. No, the show in
Yeah.
Corona Capital went well, but maybe it should be longer.
For an hour festival set is a long one for us. So for us, that felt like we were playing a long time, because usually festival sets are short because you got a lot of bands.
40 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Corona Capital was actually nice. It wasn't too many bands. It was like a really short list of bands that were playing. So we got an hour, which is great.
I mean, it's great, and you have to kind of squish all the songs that you can together, right?
Yeah, but it kind of makes for a real concise set. It's like we play the songs that we know people really want to hear, and we have a chance to play some of our favorites, but it's doesn't drag out.
I feel that Mexico, though, would be a good place to give a show or play a gig where you can choose those songs that aren't that popular, but that
Right.
real fans really enjoy.
We do that a lot. We just came off a 6-week tour in the States, and we do a lot of deep cuts, B-sides, and I know that Mexican fans would know those and would appreciate the less obvious cuts.
I think they know the lyrics better than you guys.
Certainly they know them better than me. That's for sure.
I know.
Their English is better than my Spanish, for sure.
But guys, everyone that comes to play a gig in Mexico, they try to practice some Spanish, no?
I try.
That's like Hola Mexico, it's like...
I can do that.
Yeah, I bet. So it was a set, as you say, it was 14 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have it here. It included Girls Not Grey, Love Like Winter, Holy Visions, Beautiful Thieves. I'm reading it, of course. Is it the usual festival set? I don't know. Do you kind of have that pre-prepared?
No, we had a Boy Destroyed the World in there, which is like one of it as an older song, a punk song, fast song.
Yeah.
So that's not something we usually play at festivals. And we have
The 10th song.
Yeah, and 3 new songs from the new album, which we haven't played at any festivals yet, really.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
For the new one.
Thank you.
Recently came out.
Yeah.
Must be refreshing. It's been, 30 years? 30 years of the band?
Yeah, this is our 12th album, 12th full length.
That sounds...
Yeah, they sort of stack up after a while, but
Not easy. Not easy.
I mean,
fun,
it's
Hey, I mean,
You're like, yeah, it's super easy.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're just playing in a rock band. So
which is, we were blessed to be able to do this for a living, and this is our job. So, I mean, it is easy.
But I bet there's not so easy times of not being so long in a band.
Absolutely. I mean, creating art can be painful. Sometimes it's not always smooth sailing, but this record particularly was actually easy and fun and rewarding.
I'm going to try to do a real quick and short translation because I just realized we've been talking for ages. And I'm like, yeah. You know, I can bring it. ¿No? Obviamente le doy la bienvenida a AFI a esta cabina. Les digo que pues vienen corriendo, pero que más vale una entrevista cortita que no entrevista. Y me dicen, claro que sí, que están muy felices de estar de regreso. Les menciono que hubo un largo periodo de tiempo, no vinieron desde el 2014 hasta mucho tiempo después y dicen, sí, pero tocamos 3 shows, así que pues ahora sí que nos redimimos. Y le digo, claro que se redimieron, pero nos hace falta otra vez un show de AFI solamente, de AFI solamente. Y me dicen, sí, estamos intentando, estamos viendo a ver si lo hacemos, porque la neta es que obviamente los fans de México son de los mejores. Digo, somos muy apasionados, dicen sí, y sentimos que les gusta mucho la música dark, la música oscura, y a nosotros también, entienden la música que nosotros hacemos. Hablamos obviamente del show del Corona Capital. Yo siento que quedó cortito porque vimos shows muy largos como los Foo Fighters y demás, y yo creo que AFI tuvo que tener un show más largo, pero me dicen que para ellos 1 hora en un festival es bastante. Normalmente son 40 minutos y además les alcanzó para tocar 14 rolas. Estaba echándole un ojo al setlist y me dijeron que no es un setlist habitual de festival porque tuvieron 3 rolas del nuevo disco, por lo cual los felicito. Ustedes ya pueden encontrar el nuevo disco de AFI en todas las plataformas. Está bastante chido. Es su disco número 12. 12 discos. Se dice fácil, pero no es fácil. Entonces, pues sí, y tocaron algunas rolas no tan conocidas como The Boy Who Destroyed the World, el niño que destruyó el mundo, lo cual está bastante chido. Tengo que apurarme mucho porque si no, no me va a dar tiempo. So, guys, we have 3 minutes. No pressure. I mean, new album just came out. Are you always creating songs, or it's just like, okay, let's just focus on tour and then focus on making songs? Or how does it work?
I mean, I'm always writing. I feel strange if I'm not writing something, at least every day. Almost every day I work on new music. So I'm very passionate about it, and it's the only thing I really want to do. So yeah, it's a constant process.
What's the weirdest place you've written a song? If you want to say the bathroom, you can say it.
We, on December Underground, we were just finding different places to write to get inspired. And Billy Joe from Green Day let us come up and write in his basement. And then the day after that, we went to a cemetery in the middle of the day and wrote in the cemetery. Yeah, we were just kind of going anywhere.
Talk about
everywhere.
dark.
Yeah. So,
no wonder. Okay. Yeah. Bueno, dice que siempre está escribiendo, que no puede dejar de escribir, que no es como que vamos a tomarnos este tiempo para escribir. Digo, ¿cuál es el lugar más extraño? Si quieres decir el baño, puedes decir el baño, pero no dijo el baño. Billy de Green Day los dejó grabar en su sótano o escribir en su sótano. O sea, ¿quién va casual al sótano de Green Day a escribir una canción y que al día siguiente fueron a un cementerio? We have a cemetery just in front of our if you wish to write some songs.
I'm gonna go bury myself over there.
No, please don't.
Oh, okay.
We please want AFI for long. Is there anything like specific that you feel? We know what AFI has done for Mexico. What has Mexico done for you guys? Would you feel that if Mexico didn't exist and our audience didn't exist, would your history or career as a band would be different?
Well,
absolutely. We're from California, and our biggest market is Los Angeles, and we have so many amazing Mexican fans, Hispanic fans in Southern California, and they're just, without them, it would be a completely different thing. They're so integral and important to what we do, and they show up for us, and they always have. Mexico, as well as Mexicans that are in California and throughout. You know, we'll play in New York, and people came from Mexico to see us. And that's a long way to go.
Yeah.
And so that's some dedication.
Yes, dedicated, totalmente, totally. Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Todos los artistas siempre dicen que México es lo mejor, pero creo que esto lo sentí muy sincero por parte de Adam, básicamente diciendo que qué es lo que ha hecho México por AFI, no lo que ha hecho AFI por México, que ya lo sabemos. Y dicen que nuestra carrera hubiera sido completamente diferente. Nosotros somos de California y la gente va, obviamente hay mucho público latino en Estados Unidos, obviamente en este momento hay que subrayar eso por los tiempos que corren, pero que sobre todo gente va desde México hasta Nueva York a verlos, y que eso es dedicación y que eso es algo que no ven muy a menudo. Guys, good things are short. Damn it.
You spoke very fast, though, so you got a lot in there.
Yes, I know. That's I don't know if it's good or bad, but I did it. And you did it too. I want to thank you not only for coming to Reactor 105. This is a public radio station. We do this out of love mainly. And it means a lot for us that bands like you guys take the time to come. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. We do the same thing out of love. So it's a good match.
Thank you. And congratulations. Of course, there's been a couple of changes along the way, but congratulations on, the dedication of you from being like the original band-ish, right? But long time. It's a long time. And you guys stick together.
I've only been in the band for 28 years, so I'm the new guy, so I'm finally feeling comfortable in the band.
Yeah, but anyway,
he's still the new guy.
Yes. Les digo gracias a AFI porque dice, solo llevo 28 años en la banda. Digo, oye, es una de las bandas que tiene más miembros originales a lo largo de los años. Y me dice, yo apenas me estoy acostumbrando. Muy bien, pues tenemos la suerte de seguir aquí con AFI en la cabina. Estuvo muy cortita la entrevista, así que decidimos seguirnos aunque fuera del aire. Thank you for staying a bit longer.
Of course. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about long, we were just talking about some changes in the band, but anyway, it's been quite a while. I know this is kind of a cliche question, but I've always wanted to ask you, what does it take to, keep it together? Because we have lots of bands that we really like, even between family, that have weird interactions and fights, and we
you see it constantly. Especially bands, they get old and they just hate each other. They don't speak to each other. They go on separate buses, separate dressing rooms. I think we respect each other and we're friends still. And also, we don't drink or do drugs, which is helpful because if one guy or more than one guy is kind of struggling, there's a lot of discord in a band. So that, I think, helps the longevity as well.
So it's never been that way, because I know that when bands start, it's usually, or sadly, alcohol and drugs are in the way. It kind of gets to your head. It's always been straight edge-ish.
Mostly. I mean, I've never been straight edge, and there was a time when I did drink. And, the older you get, the more difficult it is to handle that. Certainly our lifestyle as a band is very clean and as healthy as it can be. Our focus is on playing music and playing shows and playing good shows and being in the correct health to do that. It just sort of, makes life a lot easier. We're also, similar personalities. We're all kind of type B, and we just know each other really well. So I think there's a fundamental respect we have for each other, and then there's also the ability to recognize each other's moods and sort of navigate that in a healthy way.
I think that the concept of rock star has changed, where it used to be very Motley Crue-ish, where everyone was, high all the time, and if you weren't high during a performance, it didn't have the same vibe. But you have shown that it's not necessary.
I mean, I would be horrified to go on stage drunk. The thought of having to play drunk or high, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah,
how do you do it?
I did spend periods in my life where I did drink, but never before we play. Never on stage.
Well, for you it's even harder.
I wouldn't. I too would feel very uncomfortable doing that. It's hard enough to play well completely sober.
Yeah.
Much less.
I mean, well, sober is good. So I think it's better. Like if you don't do a good job, it wasn't because of anything external than you. No.
Exactly.
I mean, we also talked about being a niche. There's like some bands that aren't. They don't want labels, but labels are something that we have to live with, especially in music. Rock, we talk about rock, but rock is really big.
It's broad,
There's a really big emo community here in Mexico, and I think you guys are like heroes for that kind of music. Would you consider yourself that?
That is a really fraught word, emo, because when we grew up, emo was a totally different thing. It was a very kind of early 80s aggressive punk, emotional music band like Rites of Spring, and that came out of that scene. and what emo means now is something totally different. So to have that applied to us seems strange.
Is it just a look thing, you think?
I don't know.
The sadness in the music?
Like you say, labels, it's important, but it's also not that important. Like for many years, people called us goth punk. That was this label that followed us and we hated it.
We're not goth punk.
It followed us everywhere, and it was just somehow we became a goth punk band, and it made us kind of angry, but now I don't really care anymore. I mean, we have some punk and we have some goth in our music. It's true. Listen to the new record. It's in there. So how could you say we're not goth punk in some way? So it's fine. Whatever people want to call us, if that lets them understand what we are, place us somewhere, that's fine.
And it's good to understand it doesn't have any negative stuff to it.
I think it's difficult with the band like us. We've always drawn from different influences, so it's not completely accurate to call us a punk band. It's not completely accurate to call us an emo band, or we sort of touch on so many different styles of music. I don't think we've ever conveniently fit in one category. So I think that's why it can be frustrating at times to have somebody use just one word to completely define the band.
We were talking about the new album. It's hard sometimes when you're such a band, a veteran band, to try to compete against your own self. Like the song that everyone loves the most and we always have to play. When will we make a new song that will kind of take that place? Do you talk about that, or?
Well, I mean, that doesn't really happen, unfortunately. You look at the best bands in the world, their best songs are usually ones that happen somewhere in the mid-period. I mean, the biggest bands in the world, it's hard to create the new best song. Yeah. And it's just the way it is with music and music fans. And to try to do that is kind of a lost cause. And we don't try to do that. We just try to write good songs and hope they connect.
You know what? It's kind of, I guess I'm not a musician. I could never do that, so I commend you. But it's kind of hard to say, okay, now we have different kind of veteran bands. The bands that just put out a new album to have, to justify a tour and just fill in the blanks. But I don't feel it's like that for you guys. I feel you genuinely evolve as a band and you have a new sound, and it's kind of, we really want to make these songs. It's not just to go on tour and sell tickets and play the old songs.
Yeah, I think that's the band has always been hyper focused on forward progress, and we've been we always, when we make a record, it's the record that we really want to be making, and sometimes to our detriment. I mean, I think that there is a mid-period AFI sound that we could have stuck to for a while, that
and it would have worked.
And I'm sure it would have worked,
boring.
but it just wasn't satisfying us emotionally.
It's brave, because the new record, as you said, is very different. It sounds, you can tell it's AFI, but you can't at the same time.
Absolutely.
So it's quite different and it's risky.
Yeah. I mean, he and I had this conversation before we put this record out, which is like, people are going to hate this record.
But we want it.
We love it.
Yeah.
But people are going to probably hate it. But we've been pleasantly surprised that people have actually loved it, which is, when you make art that you're sure that no one is going to accept, but you do it anyway because you love it, I think that is the scariest thing to do. And when people accept that and embrace it, that is the most rewarding as an artist.
You know,
I was certain that people were going to hate this record, but we were recognizing how excited it was making us. Like the four of us, it felt like we had just refreshed everything, and the enthusiasm we had was undeniable. So we were willing to accept the fact that people were going to hate this record to make ourselves artistically fulfilled. And the kind of the opposite has happened, is I think that fans have really liked it.
I think some of the best records in history are the ones that people don't accept, even songs. No, I can think of not stupid, but weird examples, with Extreme, where it's a really loud band and then they put out a power ballad and it's the best song ever. Or I don't know, Radiohead, which has very different albums amongst them, and they're all good. And I think, this is kind of the weird but loving album for AFI. The weird child.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. So I would love to listen. What's the song? Now, you can play any song, but I would like it to be from the new record, Silver Bleeds the Black Sun. But which song did you think people were going to hate the most?
I thought there's 3 acoustic songs on this record. We've never done one acoustic song on any record. So to put 3 on one record, I was like, okay, this is going pretty far.
That's a statement.
That's a statement. So those, I thought that could go either way. People could embrace that, or they could be like, what is going on?
Which one of the 3?
I mean, Bird of Prey is probably my favorite, the first song on the record. And that's a weird song. It's not.
It makes me think, obviously, about Jim Morrison and the Doors.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing related, I guess. Or it is?
It's not, but
Inspiration flies.
The way that we did this record was very much Doors style, because Jim Morrison had a book of poems and he would listen to the music and apply the poems to, and we've never done that, but we did that on this record. Davey wrote the words beforehand, so they were like poems, and then he would listen to the music and apply these poems.
That's the hard way.
It is a hard way, and it, much like the Doors, but it worked for us. And that's one of the reasons why this record is different.
Okay, so let's listen to the Bird of Prey. Actually, if you hit play, no, that's the first song we listened to.
Yeah, exactly.
The new album. And vamos a regresar, vamos a escuchar The Bird of Prey y vamos a regresar con AFI ya para dejarlos libres. Ahí estuvo The Bird of Prey por parte de AFI. Yeah, nice song, and everyone should listen to it. And it's funny because people don't listen to albums like they used to. It's not like I buy the album, I put it in, and I hit play. It's like, I'm going to listen to the singles first, and then they will take me to the other songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People have been saying this thing about the album is over, the album is dying, the album is dead, people are only putting out songs. But it's strange to me because everyone's still putting out records. The biggest hip-hop acts, the biggest pop acts are all putting out records. So I don't see where this death of the album is coming from.
And you know what's happening? Right now, lots of bands are deciding to play a whole set, a whole album.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be a good idea.
Well, it's usually a nostalgia thing, though. They play the old big record.
Yes.
I want people to play the whole new record.
Why not?
Do that.
Let's do that.
Play the whole first record that no one really knows.
Yes, and let's see. Of course, Mexico would know the lyrics. I repeat myself. But thank you so much, guys.
Mm-hmm.
This has been, honestly, I never thought I would be talking about the Doors with AFI.
Yeah. Well,
Great things happen every day. No, what about that? Thank you so much. And I don't know, maybe another 30 years? Maybe?
I'll be in that cemetery over there.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be there too.
Let's, knock on wood. So let's listen to the last song or another song. What do you want to play?
I say we play the last song on the record because it's
circle.
the first song and last song, and they're very different songs.
Okay, so solo para que vean que un disco te puede llevar en un viaje, el nuevo disco Silver Bleeds the Black Sun de nuestros queridos AFI, que apenas salió el 3 de octubre. Escuchamos la primera y escuchamos la última. Thank you, AFI. Un aplausito. We auto clap ourselves because we have to love ourselves. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Ahí estuvo la entrevista de AFI aquí en Reactor 105. Hasta la próxima. See you soon.
See you.
Se nos fue el nuevecito de hoy. Mañana volvemos a las 9.
Con más música, complacencias y pretextos para no ir al gimnasio. Aquí termina Nuevecito con María Letona. La mejor opción cuando el café ya no hace efecto.